Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Dr. Faz. Today, I will be here presenting you a webinar on the platform of Learn to Grow Rich. Stop not working, start networking. Overcoming your fears and doubts to make connections like never before. I'm the president of Learn to Grow Rich and Worldwide Success Academy. Also, I am an executive director with the world's largest group, John Maxwell Leadership Team. It's truly an honor and privilege for me to be speaking with you all. Thanks for joining, and I assure you, in the next 45 minutes, you will be listening so many great golden nuggets which are relevant to your networking, which can enhance your business, your social life, and your professional life. So let's get started without wasting any other moment. Let's go and see what we have. The first question is, what is networking? Networking is a developed strategy for meeting and conversing with like minded professionals looking to promote their company, ideas, products, or services. The two most common ways professional networks are person networking, industry mixers and groups, and all these, and via online networks like social media services and such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. We do either in person or online. Those are the main sources to do the networking. This event will be focused on both in-person networking, while online networking is a very effective method of making connections, and our target is the personal connection we create through in-person as well as on online engagements. Why should you mingle? Now, this is another question you all are thinking, why we should need a networking. Many of us are socially shy or feel too busy to join a networking event, but the benefits for taking the time to put ourselves out there could mean making the connection necessary to grow our businesses. You can grow your client base or to sell an idea for a product or service. Here are the added benefits of in person engagements. Number one is like improved communication. In person communication gives people the opportunity to read nonverbal cues when meeting new people. Being face to face with someone also increases the likelihood that our message will come across as you intended. Build better teams. Attending a networking event increases the opportunity for in person meeting with the company groups to get a feel for company culture. And then you can demonstrate your value. It is one thing to read about company or potential clients, but meeting in person means you have the opportunity to pitch your company, product, or idea in a casual and conversational way. What does networking achieve? There are many benefits to networking that go beyond the initial meeting of like minded people. Marketing yourself, your company, product, or services is a great reason to network. But by attending an event, you're also building relationships, opening new doors, gaining support networks, and introducing fresh ideas and increasing your visibility. Let's look at some great networking options. There are seven keys of networking. So now the first is identify the key organizations to join. And this is a very common question I get from all over. Who should I join? Where should I go? Okay, so now we have Google, we have other social media links through LinkedIn. Look around. What are the key organizations around you where you can go and find the professionals just like yourself and you can mingle with them. So, like Rotary clubs, meetups, Toastmasters, Chamber of Commerce's, and all these different organizations, other uh, women organizations for the females and the male organizations are there. There are some sports organization where you can join. You can join gyms, different like they have their own social groups. You can join in those. Then identify the top people locally and nationally in your organization, whatever your profession is, whatever your key areas are, where you want to provide the services and you want to provide any kind of product or services which you are leaning towards. Make sure in that specific business or a specific industry, uh, you have to know the top people locally and nationally and try to get in the touch with them and become genuinely interested in others, which is very important. This is not all about you, this is all about others. When you go out and do the networking, networking is not about selling. Keep in mind, don't try to sell, just try to tell. And always be interested in others and try to know them well. But fourth important thing which you need for the networking, which is the crucial and most important, and I said um, very important, I say in that sense that you have to have a 15-second commercial ready, which in business language we call elevator pitch. So you should have ready, and as soon as you see somebody, it starts just out of your mouth, and you can just say those uh, pitch and whatever the commercial which you made for yourself, for your products, or for your services. So that's very important. Then fifth point is become a servant leader in your industry, whatever industry you belong to, whatever field you want to provide services and your expertise. Make sure you have to serve others. When you serve others, like my guru, which I believe in, Mr. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people to accomplish their goals, you will be accomplishing your goals quite faster and sooner because everybody will be helping you. So become a servant leader, serve others, people will come to you. Then, through this networking, through this whole process, when you go through, you build relationships, you build friendships. Make sure you build a database. Keep in your database. And last but not the least, which is the most important thing, after the networking events and after all that process, always communicate regularly with contacts in your database. Like old saying, out of sight, out of mind. People will forget, but you keep in touch with them periodically. And last but not the least, make sure when you go out to do the networking, don't try to do the hunting. You're not there to hunt people. You are farming. You're you have to sow the seeds so you can reap later. So this is the time when you sow your seeds so you can reap it later. So farming is the keep in your mind it's not a hunting process, it's a farming process. It takes a while to build the relationships and build the trust, and then you become familiar with each other, and then you can ask whatever the business you are looking for to promote. You can ask for the business, but you have to build your trust first. People don't buy in your vision, people don't buy in your mission. They usually buy in you first before they buy in the vision and mission. People don't care how much do you know, but people do know how much do you care. So be a servant leader. Now, this is another question which I get from all my friends. Where to network? There are a lot of networking opportunities in your community, from professional meetups. Here are some great websites to help with the networking search, like a meetup website. You go on Eventbrite, on Google and take a look what the events are going on. You can go there. Then Business Networks (BNI), which is the world largest national international business networking organization, they have their chapters all over the world, and especially in United States. Almost every town you will see they meet up together like every week at some local place. So you can join that, and you get an opportunity to see a lot of professionals just like yourself. Once you find a great place to connect, the next step is to prepare for the event. So once you do all that search, then you have to make sure you are ready to go in that event. So always think outside the box. Another great way to network is to consider options outside of your business target, as sometimes finding that perfect contact can happen outside a business atmosphere. And it happens all the time. People meet somewhere, and down the road, they become the best clients of your life. Like sporting events, book clubs, hobby groups, and even hosting events are also great ways to meet like minded individuals based on your mutual interest. Can you think of other not so common places to network? Yes, you can. Obviously, just take a look. Now, the next thing is you have to develop a plan. The best way to succeed when networking is to show up with a plan and commit to it. Working out your plan of execution should start by asking yourself, what do I hope to accomplish? You have to know why you're there. So you should know what you are trying to accomplish. And from there, considering the following steps to firm up your plan. Number one, get clear on your goals. More the clarity you have for your goals, easier to get there. But if you are not clear about your own goals, you don't have any GPS, and you don't know what's your departure point is and what's your arrival point, you're nowhere. Then identify your needs and interests. That's very important. You have to know what are my needs and what are my interests, and decide if formal or informal networking is best for you. There are so many ways. Are you doing a formal networking or informal networking? Make sure you have to make it clear when you build a plan for yourself. Next, we will look at how to pitch your idea, product, service, or company. So let's go there. How to do uh, your presentation or how to pitch there. There is a formula, it's called 12 by 12 by 12 rule. The first 12 is how you look from 12 feet. When you get into the room, when you enter into the room, how you look. Are you professional looking? Are you underdressed or are you overdressed? Keep in mind, because sometimes people don't then connect with you. Make sure you have a business casual dress because it's a networking event. But it's not very casual, but it's business casual. Make sure you have a neat and clean look as a professional. Then how you come across from 12 inches, that's a very important thing, because when you how you look from 12 feet distance, which is your dressing and body language and perception, is a reality. But how you come across 12 inches away, I mean your attitude. A lot of time people start their conversation with negative some talk. So do not complain. People like positive attitude to do business with you. So don't say, oh, it's too hot, its weather is not good, and oh my gosh, things are worst, and oh, the businesses are down, and this and that. Don't complain, because people like positive attitude to do business with you. What are the first 12 words? Then the third thing is, what are the first 12 words you're going to say? So that's a very important thing. These are very important 12 words, which is your commercial. Like, we help people make more work less and create referrals for life. Like a lot of time people say in networking, people they say like this. Uh, like so, you have to find your pitch. When networking, it's imperative to have a brief overview of your business, product, or service prepared for making introductions to prospective partnerships. This synopsis is often referred to as an elevator pitch, alluding to its second nature and the opinion that a person should be able to successfully pitch him or herself, business, or idea in a minute or less. That time it takes to reach your destination on an elevator. Like if somebody is going up to the seventh floor, sixth floor, fourth floor, third floor, or only first floor. So we have to make sure we have to build our elevator pitch like that. Now let's take a look at some key points of constructing a successful pitch. And I suggest you please take these notes. This is the most important thing in the networking, that when you build your pitch. So an elevator pitch is meant to be concise, so it is critical to prepare your pitch ahead of time to keep any long, meandering chatter to a minimum, thus ensuring that you come across with the confidence and a clear message. Your pitch should include an introduction to who you are and to what do you do, as well as description of your company, your client base, and what it is that sets you apart from the similar companies or brands. Also include your company goals and something interesting about your brand. Your motivation is to hook them. So aside from being concise, make it impactful and perfect your pitch. Like with anything, practice help us to hone our skills. How you deliver your pitch is just as important as what you say. So practice your pitch enough times that you hit a good cadence and feel natural. You want to sound conversational and not like you are delivering an aggressive sales pitch. In turn, you don't want to sound too formulaic either. Your practice should focus on being casual. Body language portrays just as much information as your words. So consider practicing your pitch in front of a mirror with a keen eye on how your body is responding as you speak. It is the first impression that affects the way people perceive one another upon meeting. So this is a very important step. Like my elevator pitch is, I assist businesses and individuals to grow through coaching, speaking, and training. See the 12 words. I assist businesses and individuals to grow through coaching, speaking, and training. That's how it works. Now, the next thing which is very important during your networking process is called the body language. And the first impression is your body language. Here are some body language cues to look when you are practicing your pitch. So make sure when you do your practice in front of a mirror, make sure you focus on those things so that goes natural when you start speaking those words out of you. Like a stance, you should be standing in an open and welcoming position. See in this picture, the guy has a closed hand. The other lady has an open hands. So she has an open gesture, but he doesn't. So arm positioned, your arm should not be folded or in any manner that shuts out the person on the receiving end. So make sure your arms are open, it's not folded. If you are using your hands to gesture, be certain you are not pointing at your audience. Hands facing up present a calm, open demeanor. Then next thing is expression. You should maintain an engaged, active expression to indicate your interest. And the most important thing which I believe in, and I am a big, uh, com- I always believe that you have to make a real positive, correct eye contact. Show interest and active participation in the conversation. The people who don't make an eye contact I feel a little bit doubtful. I don't want to share my personal things to them if they are not looking at me and they are not making an eye contact. So uh, be careful. You have to make an eye contact, but that eye contact has to be very soft eye contact. You can't stare people. Be careful. And don't forget the handshake. Your hand engagement and grip should match that of the person you are greeting. Be firm and confident, but friendly. In certain cultures, they are not allowed to shake hands. That's okay. Then be respectful. Otherwise, we usually prefer, like in USA, in North America, in Europe, we always shake hand and we see who we are shaking with, and the way we shake hand, we show our uh, definitely affection and we show our love and trust to others, so they can speak easily and with us, and they feel very comfortable with us. There is another like question which I have. You can see uh, people usually say because we go in strangers and we don't know how to break the ice and how to talk with them. So always keep in mind that networking is a two-way street. While you are networking to pitch your business idea, product, or service, you are really looking to establish long lasting relationships. This means that when you meet new people, you want to ask as many questions as possible to get them interested in you. So, by holding a conversation, you can find out if the person you are meeting is the right fit for you as well. So, let's look at some steps to share in a great conversation. I use an acronym which is called FORM, form. And just keep in mind whenever you see a stranger or you're talking or you're speaking with some new person which you never met before, how to break the ice, how to usually what happens, okay, my name is Dr. Faz, my name is this, and conversation is over. But you don't want that. You want to continue to build the relationship. That's why you are here in a networking event. So the first question you ask about their family. You just ask, do you live around here? Do you have family? Family, oh, tell me a little bit about your family. Do you have kids? And how old are they? But ask about them, not don't tell about yourself. Just ask those questions. And everybody love to answer those questions because you're asking about their family and their connection with their family and their love with their kids and all that. They want to tell people. So once you ask few questions about family, the guy is going to feel a lot more comfortable than you started speaking or talking to him. Now he's going to be more relaxed. And then the next thing is called O. O stands for occupation. What do you do for a living? Oh, I work in IT company. I work in pharmaceutical company or wherever I work. And you said, wow, how long you been working there? Oh, what kind of job you have? Is there any technical thing? Oh, yeah, I'm in IT. Okay. How do you do that? This is really a very technical job. Where did you graduate and where did you learn all that? And you ask about again him. Not you're not telling about yourself because there is no me, me, me. It's all about you, you, you. So ask about him, ask about them, and let them tell about their occupation. They will be really very comfortable and they will feel like a more pleasure to tell you about their occupation. Then the third word is called R. R is stands for recreation. And then you can ask, what do you do for recreation? What are your hobbies? Do you play golf? Do you like football? Do you like hockey? Do you like cricket? Whatever. You can ask, and if he said yes, and they said, tell me exactly what you like in that game or what you like in that hobby, and how often you do that. And you ask about again, you are asking about his activities, his recreative. So he or she is going to tell you that oh, we go to beach, we love to be at the beach, if you start whatever their recreational things are, they are going to tell and they are going to feel comfortable. And last but not the least, then you're going to ask about the message. M stand for message. What brought you here? Why you are here? Why you are in this event? Then they are going to tell, oh, I just started in a on the side another company and I'm trying to expand my business and I want to meet new people so I can convey my message. So now you think about if you go in that rhythm, FORM, uh, people will be totally amazed by you and they are going to say, oh, hold on. You are asking everything about me, but you never told about yourself. And at that point, I usually ask them, would you be kind enough to give me your business card because I like you? And now I know a lot of things about you and you're a very interesting person. Oh, what I'm going to do is, because right now we are in networking event, let's get together with other people in the meantime. And I'm going to give you a call and we are going to have a cup of coffee or tea with each other and we are going to sit down and talk in detail. And obviously, they will be more than happy to give you their card and they will be anxiously waiting for your call to meet later on. And then that's how you build a relationship. So you can find out if the person you are meeting is the right fit for you as well. And like I told you, these are the some steps to share in a great conversation. FORM. Keep in your mind. Then hone your listening skills because in this whole process, a generous ear is one of the greatest tools in your networking toolbox. A good listener establishes trust, connection, and mutual understanding. All quality conversation and relationship can be connected back to this one simple activity. So make sure you are a good listener because people, uh, in communication, like I always tell people, the communication is a two-way skill, speaking and listening. Speaking is sharing, listening is caring. People don't care how much do you know, but people do know how much do you care. So listening is a caring thing. People love how much do you care. So make sure you improve those skills so people can see you as a caring person. So here are some simple tips to ensure that you come across as a good listener. Number one, ask an open-ended questions. Always ask an open-ended question. Open-ended question means don't ask with like a do what. No, I mean do or are you going? Do you do that? No, you say make sure your question starts with W, like what, how, when, where. When you ask those questions, obviously they are open ended and people are going to go in details. And more they are going to talk to you, more they are going to be comfortable with you. And more you are going to listen, chances are more they are going to like you because everybody wants to be heard. They don't want to be talk. I mean, unfortunately, we talk too much, but we listen very less. So people love people who listen them. They want to be heard. So then listen to the response. Always listen to the response and follow up with a statement. When they tell you something about, you just make a statement about them. Wow, what an awesome story. Whatever your statement is about, whatever they told you. So once you make a statement out of their own answer, they, they know now that you were listening so carefully and you are paying 100% attention to them. And that's why they are going to be in love with you. Then keep them talking. Try make sure you don't talk too much. Most of the time people when they go to the networking they start talking too much. Me. I can do this. I'm doing this. I'm doing. Who cares? They don't even know you yet. So here are some great questions that evoke more than just a yes or no response. Like I said, open-ended question. What's the size of your organization if they are telling about their job? What's your customer demographic? Ask them, and they are going to explain. How does your company stand out from the other competition? And again, they are going to start telling about whatever their plus points are in their business or in their service or in their product. And do you have much direct client contact? What products or service do you provide? What do you see as a major trends in the industry? And these are the questions they are going to make them interested in you because you are asking those questions and they love to tell you. And once you listen, they love you. So if you find yourself making a strong connection, feel free to ask a couple of personal questions too. But be sure to keep it positive and nothing too deeply personal. Don't get too personal to someone. Discovering that you have a mutual interest outside of business is also a great way to establish a rapport. For example, sometimes people say, "Oh, I like to do fishing. I want to go for golfing." I said, "Oh, where do you go?" Okay, oh yeah, why we should not hang out sometime together and play on the same course? Anything which is a common, find a ground right there. Then attracting the right energy, which is very important. We network to engage and do business with successful, energetic, enthusiastic people, and the people we meet are looking for the same thing. You don't like a lousy, lazy guy to do network with them who are lazy and lousy. You want energetic people just like yourself. So be energetic, attract the right energy because the vibes attracts vibes. You know, the frequency, energy you have, it goes out and it's a law of attraction. It attracts same kind of energy towards you. And that gives you a right fit for your networking purpose, like as a client, as a friend, as a relationship, as a whatever the way you are looking to do the networking. So, being mindful of what energy you are emoting is essential to your success. After all, what you put out is what you get back. If you are not enthusiastic about your business or what you are pitching, that will come across in your messages and conversation. Instead of attracting the new contacts, you are likely to repel the people and you're hoping to engage. So make sure if you are not as enthusiastic as you are supposed to about your own product and services, people will run away. Pay attention to how you are interacting. Positive energy attracts positive energy. So remember to approach your interactions with the same energy you're hoping to attract. And that's very important. And be careful what you ask for. When networking, we are presenting our best, most professional selves, so be sure not to break the decorum by asking for something straight away. As with any partnership, it takes time to get to know and build the trust with someone, so making a specific request when you have only just met someone in a sure way to diminish the likelihood for future engagements. Networking is about getting to know people. The benefits of your relationships comes once a solid rapport has been established. Because networking is not about selling, it's only about telling who you are, what you do. But don't try to pitch hard or to try to sell hard. Now, while you build that whole thing, now let's follow your lead after the networking event. Once off, the first step is establishing a good rapport when networking is to always follow up with your viable contacts within 24 hours to express your pleasure at having met and maybe mention a specific standout moment in your conversation. So you remember something which they told, make sure out of that, pick out something which was very alarming and which made you to make a contact with them and remind them that, oh, what a great thing you told me, what a great story you have, what a great business you are in, what a great product you told me you pitched. So now they are going to be more interested in you. If you are interested in further developing your relationship, you may consider the following next steps. Number one, ask contacts to lunch or coffee. Once you met there, now, like I said, you just took their business card. And now, if not everyone, maybe you like four, five, or six of them, and then you start making contact with them that when we can get together, when we can catch up for a cup of coffee or lunch, it depends on. And then you can ask them to have another detailed meeting so then you can build a relationship. Then few people you can connect via social media like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you just connect with them quickly so then you have a little bit chances to do some messenger chats or something, and you can see their activities on a daily basis, and they can watch you too, so you can pitch that. Then phone to set up a follow-up meeting. You can just call them and say, "Oh, it was a really nice, and it was a pleasure to meet you, and I was really excited after meeting with you, and I would love to have another meeting so we can sit down and have a little detailed chat." People 90%, because once they like you, they will automatically they will say, "Okay, why not? Let's get together." Then locking down your leads, like once you did the follow up, so you have gone to your networking event, and now you have sent your follow up emails or to those who you connected with during the event. The next step is to wait for a response from your contacts, and to ensure that the people you met are interested in furthering the conversation. Make sure you leave the event knowing that you left your contacts with the following. Number one, like visibility, a clear idea of who you are and what you hope to do. Then the second very important thing is credibility, which you did in that process, a sense of mutual trust you develop through that form thing, FORM, which we talk. Then interest, you develop an interest, a shared interest or goal, like on a mutual recreation points or whatever the interests are. You discuss with them in a quick chat. So that's very important. So it's called visibility, credibility, and interest. Those three things, once you established, if you have covered these three things, you should have no problem deepening your connections. Now, keep your contacts close. The key to fruitful networking is the understanding that you are working on establishing a real deep relationship with your professional contacts. Your network will not serve you if you do not build and cultivate relationship. To do that, it is essential to maintain your relationships by connecting with your contacts regularly. While once a day or even once a week might be excessive, it is a good idea to set a calendar date to check in. Maybe for you, that's once a month or quarter, which is okay. Whatever you choose, your continued effort will support deepening your relationship. Make sure you make your calendar. You don't have to call everybody every day. No, just make sure that at least every couple of weeks I'm going to call and say, "Hey, how you doing? I just want to check with you. Everything is okay, and is there any way we can get together and whenever you have a little time and we can catch up," kind of thing. Just a social stuff, and that's how you're going to build the relationship and build the trust among each other. Now, and you're off. Thank you so much for attending this event. I hope this experience left you with some powerful tools to start networking with confidence. Stick around for another minute as I have some other resources to share with you. Should you be interested in some great reads, I will walk you through, which I did. Hopefully, it's going to be beneficial for you. And I always suggest my friends uh, to do some uh, work on that before you go and do your networking and establish your business, whatever the services you are going to provide, or whatever the products you are going to sell. Make sure you are full of knowledge. So I suggest for further readings, there are so many things you can say. Um, there's a very, in 2015, there is a book called What Qualities Make a Good Networker, which you can go on collaborism.com, you can find there, which is a very uh, good source to learn how to do a great network. Then there are entrepreneur. Com. They have networking retrieved uh, from under. You can read that, and then there are writing a powerful elevator speech. 7 steps of writing a powerful elevator speech is a great source to build your elevator page. And then Fred Miller's uh, No Sweat Elevator Speech is a great book, very small book. And honestly, once you go through that book, you can build a real powerful elevator pitch for yourself. Then And there is another 6 ways to network more effectively retrieved. That's from Forbes.com. If you go on their website, they have a great article there. So all these sources you can read and find interesting, and how to network like a pro, which is by Mail Bianca, retrieved from businessinsider.com. You can go on that and type how to network like a pro. That's a very, very powerful article which I found. And there are so many. And last but not the least, I will mention about Dr. Ivan Meisner, who is the founder and the head of BNI, Business Network International. His organization is over 120 countries, and it's the world largest international business networking organization. And you can watch him on YouTube, and also uh, he has a couple books he wrote. If you get a chance to read that, otherwise you can find his lectures on YouTube. Dr. Ivan Meisner, who is one of the founder, and he's the world number one networker, I can say easily about him. So all these are sources. There are multiple sources. You go on Google, you do the Google thing, and you can find a lot. Again, I mean, the bottom line is this is a subject which is a very close to my heart. I do all the time, and I love to tell people how to do all that stuff. But it's not possible doing everything in 1 hour or 45 minutes. So I will highly recommend you, if you would like to learn how to communicate, because communication is the backbone of the networking or your relationship with others. And we have a whole training we do on communication. Everyone communicates, we connect, which is our main training. If you would like to join, please feel free to join our group. We are going to start very soon that training, and you can be part of that, and you can learn a lot more than wherever you are about your communication skills. Thank you so much for attending my event. It means a lot to be able to share this lesson with the people who are ready to start building stronger connections with like minded business professionals to help grow their businesses, stay industry relevant, find support, and make lasting relationships. Now it's time to get started. Please reach out if you have any question or concern. I'm happy to help. Please, and also check out my website, uh, and also my Facebook page and all other social media. I'm all over with my own whole team. So my website is drfazal.com, and also my business website is www.learntogrowrich.com. And I had a fantastic time today with you. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions you may have. I hope that my event, Stop Not Working, Start Networking, has exceeded your expectation, and that feel more knowledgeable and excited to get out there and start networking. Contact us to get more information about our services and how we can add value to your personal and professional life. We are on all platforms of social media. And with that, I will sign off. Thank you very much for joining me. It is an honor and pleasure for me to be with you. Thank you and have a great day.